What is up, everybody? Hope you all are having a good week. Hello, Ken J. What's up, safety man? Hey, Jet. Constitutional Cowboy. 5-speed accountability. G-Man Pam. J Money. What's up, Legacy Media? Chris Marcus. Hey, Chris Powers. So tonight I'm down here at Dallas headquarters, Dallas PD. There's a Dallas skyline, what you can see of it anyways. Oh, what's up, Anon 1? What's up, Blue Ivy? I didn't know this. So apparently the headquarters is named after Jack Evans, whoever that dude is. So Dallas PD, they're hitting all-time records, not records per se, but I guess they're one of the their crimes going through the roof here in Dallas. I think they're up like something like 17% on major crimes. I think probably tonight or tomorrow, they're gonna hit the 200 mark for homicides. Major crimes such as rape and assault and murder and homicide, those are going through the roof. And City of Dallas, City Council and the mayor, they want to put a plan together. I'm not sure if they're calling it a crisis yet, but they don't need to put a plan together. They just need to do their job. And a lot of these big cities and in the ghettos, police are not doing their job. If your house gets broken into, or you get robbed, or your car gets stolen, or you get assaulted, or you get raped, or even if you get murdered, Dallas PD or whatever city you live in, they're not going to make it their mission or their goal to solve that crime. They'll generally handpick which cases they want to solve or which cases they want to focus on. But generally speaking, they're not going to make it a priority to take care of your case. And let's just say, for instance, you get your house broken into, right? And you live in the ghetto. It could take hours. It could take like 4 to 12 hours for officers to show up and do their investigation or do their report. And when you call and ask for the officer to come out and do a report and an investigation, they're going to tell you, hey, don't touch anything in the house. We need to come investigate. Meanwhile, you sit there for hours like a dumbass, waiting for these dumbasses to get to your house. If and when they ever show up, and they act more irritated that they have to be there and take a report than the actual crime. So trust me, I'm sure most people, if they didn't have to call to file claims on their insurance companies, probably wouldn't call. I know I would not call. Trust me, when I was younger and lived in North Vegas, had my house broken into several times, and calling the police generally was a waste of time. I've had my vehicle stolen multiple times. Police, again, were useless. The one time, I went and tracked down my own car, like after a month. And it was just like 4 blocks away from my house. But the reason why I'm saying is because, you know, we have a huge problem with our police here in America, and nobody's really trying to solve anything. Police act like they're understaffed and that their job's too hard and their job's difficult, and police are always fearing for their safety, right? But they don't want to do anything to solve any of these issues or solve these crimes. Now, sure, I would, you know, a lot of people say there's not, but there are good men and women that are police officers, and I've met a few. Now, maybe fundamentally we might disagree, and some of you guys might disagree whether or not their job title or job description violates people's rights, but they're good individuals, you know. But I was just driving down through Dallas tonight, and I didn't really want to sit in traffic anymore. And I keep hearing this bullshit stuff about officer safety, and I keep hearing this bullshit about how crime's going through the roof. And by the way, guys, if you're looking for a job, if there's anybody looking for a job, apply here. Boop. Dallas PD. I think they start you out at 45 or 52,000 a year, and you can go around and terrorize people. Dude, you can even assault people just for trying to film a traffic stop. You can assault them and attack them, falsely arrest them, and, you know, feel good about it. Go home to your wife and tell them how good you're doing, how safe you're keeping the community. And that is a lie. They do not honor their heroes. I also wanted to go live for a minute. I appreciate y'all coming in. I wanted to go live for a minute because over the weekend, there's an awesome organization, and it's put on by, I want to say, an anarchy group. But this group, one of their subgroups is called Need the Feed. And this, or Feed the Need the Feed. But they went over here probably about 2 miles up that way. Well, actually that way. But they put together every year a little drive, and they come out and they feed the homeless breakfast. Actually, they stay there all day. I usually stay until about lunch. But this group stays out here near this some of these homeless camps all day. They have medics that can do wellness checks and physical checks to help people out that might need some medical attention. They have people donate clothes. They help bring sleeping bags and blankets and warm gear and tents so that homeless people don't literally freeze to death out here. But I'm bringing this up because these guys went back out last night, and I had planned on coming up here and meeting with them, but I wasn't able to. But this group came back out again last night looking to help more people because they had some more big donations come in, so they went and got some more gear. And they were going to actually try to find people sleeping on the sidewalk and sleeping in the streets or under the bridges that didn't have gear on, and pass it out to those individuals. Well, when they came back up here, they discovered that the city of Dallas was stealing their property that they just given out 2 days earlier. So that pissed me the hell off, man. I swear it makes me want to come up here and like wear a wig and just sleep under the bridge with like 10 cameras set up around me and catch these dumbasses doing that, because I would not tolerate it. But yeah, so that's Dallas PD in the city of Dallas for you. They're out here stealing people's sleeping bags and gear and tents when normal folks aren't around. Hey News Now, Patrick, Aaron, FTP, She Who Talks to the Wind, Otto, Public Observer, Bat Chat Crazy, Little Birdie, Tampa Watch, Paige, Mike, extra good citizen, CFW. So, I don't know. I just, you know, Dallas PD is useless. They may have a handful of officers in their department that are good, but for the most part, I think if honestly, if they got rid of every single officer out there, that we really wouldn't be hurting. They could hire all new officers, and we'd probably be doing just fine. One thing that I would like to see if we ever do get police reform is we should make it a city ordinance, like every city, because I don't think it should become, I don't think it should come from the feds, but we should push it nationwide. Everybody who wants to be a police officer, like say in the city of Dallas or whatever city you live in, should have to live in that zip code that they want to serve. Because guess what? You know, one of the reasons why I think police treat citizens the way they do is because they don't live in that town. They don't live in that city. They don't live in this neighborhood. They have no vested interest in community partnering up with the community. They get to drive out half an hour away out of town and go home in their community and sleep. They get to go back to their hometown and take their kids to the soccer game on Saturday or Wednesday night, and they ain't got to worry about seeing Joe Schmo that they just smashed his head in. They don't have to worry about seeing his family at church. They don't have to worry about seeing his cousins at the soccer game. They don't even know who that dude is. They just come into the city of Dallas or whatever the city they're going to be working in, and they smash people's heads in, and they harass people, and they ticket people, and at times murder them, and they go about their business. They can care less. They don't live in the city. Yeah, if we're just all kind to each other, the cops would be showing if they're living each other with us. Yeah, extra good citizen. I saw that last night. What's up, Genesis? Iowa transparency. So that incident last night with Sean, you know, Sean's been targeted for quite a while up in Boise, and you know, it's sad anytime somebody has a mental breakdown, but and he just happened to live stream his in front of hundreds, if not thousands of people. But you know, Boise PD, I guess we could say at least they didn't murder him. You know, they could have. I called Boise PD and they refused to let me talk to an officer or a supervisor, because anybody who's been a friend of Sean's or has been following Sean for the last year or two knows that Sean's not a violent person. Usually somebody who's violent will, somebody's behavior usually doesn't change, generally speaking. So, you know, he might have had a bad day. I think there was a rumor saying that he was going to get arrested for assault and battery. Whether or not that's true, I'm not sure, but everything I've seen from him indicates that he's not violent. He's not a violent person. Yeah, Sean's never indicated to me that he would be a violent person or do anything that would hurt somebody. Hey, Spirit in the Sky, Jason. So, yeah, I can't watch anymore. I watched for a little bit, but honestly, a lot of these videos, like I haven't even watched the Tony Timba video where Dallas PD murdered, where 5 Dallas PD officers murdered Tony, just a mile up the road down this way. But some of these videos, man, I can't watch. I get too upset. I get too angry. Angry. But, hey, Belle, let's steal this book, Eric Brandt. Well, I just wanted to jump in and say hi, everybody. Let you know Dallas is turning into a shithole, but not because this, well, it is because of the citizens, but you know, Dallas PD and the city of Dallas and Dallas, the Dallas City Council members and all these people that can actually make change, they don't want to make change. They can care less. They just want to collect their paycheck. They don't want to be held accountable. They just want the cushy job with the nice benefits and the good retirement. They want the 60 days a year paid on, you know, paid vacation. To me, I don't see any indications that any of them want to have any actual change. And it's just not the city of Dallas. I'm sure, like Chicago's in a shit storm right now. Denver's, you know, every city has their own issues, and you know, we're kind of universal. CFW almost stopped by your work today. I wasn't too far from where you were at. Alright guys, I am gonna go home and eat dinner. Maybe cook some shrimp and rice, or maybe stop and get some barbecue. But hope everybody is having a good week. You all stay nice, stay safe, be nice to each other, and we'll catch you on the next one. Peace out.